Hi friends, Maria Gabriella here, your clinical pharmacist turned Ayurveda health counselor, and I'm feeling a little tender today, and I wanted to send you all a video. My energy's been very low. I feel like I'm fighting some sort of virus. Hopefully it will not catch up to me. I refuse. I'm always in denial of getting sick. We are on the cusp of the solstice, the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, and it's one of my favorite holidays and one that I definitely mark and celebrate every year. I actually do things for both solstices, but I think part of it for me is that we're returning towards the light in the winter solstice, and that means that we're getting closer to summer. And so, we are unfortunately, in general, in our culture, very disconnected from nature. And the Gregorian calendar is just one more example of that. I was just learning a little bit more about this and how, we have the months of July and August because two emperors in Rome needed months named after them. And really, when we start following nature's year, we're looking at the solstices, the equinoxes, I think are more of a rhythm. And then in between there's midpoints as well that are built into the year of nature. And so I wanted to reassure you that if you feel tired, if you feel really internal, if you feel like it's 4:30 and the sun is down and I need to put my pajamas on, this is natural and normal. We actually didn't have electricity consistently in homes until about 100 years ago-ish, like sometime in the 1920s is when we had electricity consistent. So our human bodies are actually we're not accustomed to that. And so during the time that the light was low and we had more night, our ancestors slept longer. And again, it's interesting because we say January 1st is the new year, but it's not connected to anything. On the solstice, we turn back towards the light, but we're really still in a very internal time in nature, right? If nature is our way of understanding what we are not separate, so it's our way of understanding what's happening for us. Things are still in hibernation. We're actually starting into deeper winter in the January and February. And then right around February 1st, we start to turn towards the spring. And so maybe that could feel like the new time, or the spring equinox might feel like the true new year. And so this time, as we near the solstice, is really a time to rest and be internal. And the longest night of the year, the shortest day of the year, is analogous to a new moon in a sense, right? Because really, we have the least amount of sun, and then whatever intentions we plant, the sun starts to grow in its days after that. And so do our intentions. That's one of the reasons why I run a yearly intention setting workshop on the solstice, and it's one of my favorite things that I do. If you're in Denver and you want to come be in person and do it, please come. It's not an online thing. Maybe one day I'll offer it online. So that's really it. Short and sweet today, and this is going to be my little love newsletter for you this week. And yeah, I know that there's so much happening in the world. It's been hard collectively. And in this time of year, we hold often both a lot of joy and a lot of struggle. And so just know that those are all valid, whatever you're feeling along the emotion spectrum. And then on top of that, I just invite you, take one more thing off your to-do list. Especially as women or people in midlife, we just tend to say yes too much. And one of the gifts of going through perimenopause and coming to the other side is you care less and you say no more. As one crone said recently, she's a beautiful crone, Alexandria Pope, I listened to a talk and she was saying that one of the joys of being older is you start to tell people, I'm busy. And in the back, you're laughing. In the background, you're like, I'm busy doing nothing. So I wish you more busyness doing nothing. Happy blessed solstice.